Hey y'all, and welcome to this episode of We Are the World. And what I encourage you to do is check out my description box below and check out all the things that are there to help you on your journey. And while you're checking it out, you notice that I added a new service, and it's going to be a fast track way through the Ultimate Life Coaching. So if you're a person that has worked on themselves and have prior experiences in coaching or mentoring, that fast track opportunity would be a great opportunity for you, because you already have that prior experience of coaching. So if you're looking to add to your repertoire of coaching, that would be a perfect package for you to invest in. So go ahead and check that out in my description box below. It's also going to be listed on Discord. So speaking of Discord, it'll be on TFU Discord. And while checking out TFU itself, you notice that there's other things added to TFU. TFU is constantly changing and evolving too. And even on TFU, that's where we all connect to for Twin Talk. And Twin Talk is tonight too. So if you're not familiar with Twin Talk, join Discord. It's well worth it. Even the membership fee is well below the value you get from it. I made it so it's affordable. And I'm not talking about affordable money-wise, because anything you invest in yourself, you're adding value to you. So if you actually spend more for TFU, you're going to actually value it more. And then if you value it more, you're going to value yourself more too. In this journey, we're made to expand ourselves. And one way we could do that is by investing in ourselves. And we really have to really appreciate our four alchemical elements here, which is representing the four wands. Speaking of four wands, it's showing up here in reading. If you can see that, four wands. It's right in the center of the reading. And actually, I'll talk about in how it produces harmony in your own life, because four wands is about connection on all four alchemical elements, and it's about connection in not only our experience here, but in all forms of reality and realms that we experience our connection in. I know a lot of us are multi-dimensional beings. That's why I created the meditation, the intergalactic meditation. That's on my Etsy shop. If you haven't joined my Etsy shop or checked it out, I have a link in my description box with that. So go ahead and check out my Etsy shop for those services, or just join my music channel too, which is linked here on my platform here on Grand Guardian Protector here, G2P. And all my services are designed to help you become the best version of you. They're all tools for you to be the best version of yourself, and constantly working with the community. If you don't know what the community is, I'm talking about the Twin Flame community, which is in my description box too. And all these services are designed to help you fast track your connection with yourself. Because the more we're in union with ourselves, the more we're able to help the world to be basically in harmony with itself. Remember, we have the harmony card here in the middle of reading. So you're appearing right in the middle of this reading. We'll dive deeper into that. But this whole journey is all about you. If you think it's different than that, you're missing the whole part of this journey. The Fool is, if you look at traditional tarot, I'm talking about Rider-Waite deck, right? Traditional tarot, the Fool is out to discover himself. And Four of Wands is all about you, and the Four of Wands represent all four alchemical elements. My passion book even talks about that. That's on my Etsy shop too. So if you don't even have a passion book, I strongly recommend you investing in that too, because it's going to almost become a daily meditation for you, or guidance that you can use on a daily basis. There's a lot of people that use it for multiple purposes, and it's helped them realize how connection works with themselves and how to incorporate all four alchemical elements in life. It's kind of a fast read compared to the Union package, but it's power packed with what you really need to be in union with yourself. Because all this work we're doing for ourselves is to empower ourselves with all four alchemical elements. That's why the Four of Wands is showing up here, and it requires a lot of inner work. That's why we're seeing the feminine energy here. We'll get into all the symbolism I'm seeing here, because it's all about growth and investing in yourself. Now, mind you, this feminine energy here is mature, and she is quite stout. And what I'm also seeing here too, if you see one leg is bigger than another, I'll get more into that too, what I'm seeing, because if you look on this card, one of her legs is actually modulated. And so what I'm seeing in that, I'll dive deeply into this. Legs are all about the root chakra, and it's all about masculine energy, right? So in this card, I'm seeing in this Four Wands, because to have union with yourself, you have to balance out your masculine and feminine energies. And if you know anything about music, it's a direct connection to our essence. That's why I had the music channel, because it's going to help you actually connect more to your essence, because that's where it's going to resonate, is more into your heart chakra. So make sure I keep the cards in play here. And so music will go directly to your heart chakra, and your heart chakra is where your essence resides, mostly within your human experience here. That's where you want to connect that to empower yourself all the time on this journey. So if you're feeling disempowered, most likely you're not being connected to your essence. If you don't know how to be connected to your essence, even just doing one coaching session before you even, dive into investing in any of the Ultimate Life Coaches package now, because I have 2 of them now, right? So if you want to experience coaching itself with me, you could get a coaching session, but I could guarantee that one session won't be enough for you. Plus, it's not going to have the power-packed energy that the Ultimate Life Coach has. That's why the prices are different on there, because you're going to get so much more out of Ultimate Life Coaching than you are just going to get from one coaching session. Because coaching session, you decide what you want to do in it, and I'm just there to help facilitate your connection with yourself on the things you perceive that you need to work on. Even if like the coaching can be used for your masterwork program, or even the Twin Flame program. So like it's all designed. What I mean by Twin Flame program is the union package. So like the coaching, you decide what you want to use that for. Most people use it so that they can get more out of their inner work from like the master program or union package. It's all up to you. Like, it's very flexible. It's there to help you with anything. Most people that just do regular coaching start out with like, they want to get more out of the packages. So they'll be like, hey, I'm working on my inner child. This is what's going on. Tim, can you help me with this? And then we'll sit down, and in that session, we'll work through the things that you're currently working on any of the programs. And so if you don't have the program, I mean, you're not even going to get the most that you can out of coaching. But the coaching is for everybody. Really, it is. But if you look at the Ultimate Life Coaching, it does require that you do the union package and master program, because those are the foundations you're going to build off of to become an Ultimate Life Coach. Then, if you want to be an Ultimate Life Coach, you're going to have to be able to help everybody on every aspect of their connection. And you have to have the tools yourself to be able to show other people how they can use the tools too. So if you don't have the tools, you're not working on yourself, then you're not going to be effective as a coach. And first of all, it's going to benefit you. And the more you realize that it empowers you, you're going to want to express that empowerment for others so that they can become the best versions of themselves too. We're not meant to keep all this great energy to ourselves, these great tools to ourselves. We're made to share them. That's why they're available to other people. That's why we sell them to other people, because they're helping them invest in themselves, just like I invested in myself. That's why I encourage other people to do it, because I know how it transforms my life. If it transforms my life, it will transform your life too. And it's not just me, it's other people that have invested in these packages too. And you can ask any of the Ultimate Life Coaches that are featured on Discord. All of them have done the work, and they have done what it takes to become an Ultimate Life Coach. And they can tell you how much has transformed their own life, including the sessions they have with their own clients. I have to mention them as clients because there's so much more than that, but I don't know what words to use for that. But like in the experience of coaching others, it's gonna further expand our horizons because each experience we have just adds value to us. This is what investment is all about is adding value to yourself. So if you're feeling stuck somewhere, this shows you how much you still have to invest in yourself. Because as soon as you start investing in yourself, the more the universe is going to mirror that back to you. It's going to support that investment you made. Because the more you appreciate yourself, the more the universe mirrors back the appreciation you have for yourself. And then everything else mirrors that. Because we're connected. We're all one, right? So you're going to feel the empowerment within you, the empower that is surrounded by you. Because collectively, energetic-wise, we are all one. So not only are you helping yourself, but you're helping the collective. We as Twin Flames have a mission to help planet Earth here. And the only way we could do that is by being in our full power. So if you're not feeling like you're empowered within you, how are you going to transform the world around you? Because it's all about the ripple effect. It starts from within you, goes out from there on out. And the world will recognize your power because they'll feel it. Remember, this Earth experience is all about the feeling frequency. People may not be consciously aware of that. That's why the Kabbalah program is so important. The one I'm featuring in my description box below. And it's part of the package, right? So that'll be a great way for you to invest in it because it's going to show you how to be empowered. Just another step forward into adding value to you and deeper understanding to your purpose here. Because we all serve a purpose here. Purpose is aligned with your mission. Everything is actually aligned with you when you are aligned. When you actually incorporate all four alchemical elements. Mind you, the four wands. And then look at those lanterns. Lanterns to me are about inner work. Because you're going to get more aha moments and more clarity the more you work on yourself. And then you're going to go through transformations. That's why I'm seeing all the growth around her, right? It's all about transformation. And then look at the wands behind her. And then how the wands are actually supporting her system. Because the rails on a bridge are about support. And the more you invest in you, the more you're empowered by the four alchemical elements represented by the four wands. You got earth, water, air, and fire. Those are the four alchemical elements. And if you understand what those four alchemical elements are, you first have to start out with your foundation, which is the earth, right? And that's when you start investing in yourself and start adding value to yourself. You're going to start laying down a solid foundation to build off of. That's what the other three alchemical elements are built upon. So if you really want to be passionate about your life, you actually have to start investing in yourself first. And you have to invest in yourself in all four alchemical elements. That includes money. Because pentacles are money. That's the earth plane, right? And that's part of a human experience here. You actually have to invest in yourself with money. That's what adds value to you. And that's when you start feeling better about yourself too. Because the more you invest in yourself with your money, the more you're adding value to yourself that way too. But on this journey, we're not only doing it with pentacles. We're doing it on all four alchemical elements. That's actually what we dive deeper into coaching. Because a lot of you don't even know how to incorporate those elements into your life so you can be empowered by those elements. So once you do that coaching for yourself, then you could do it for others. So that initial investment, you're going to get back. Go ahead and ask Brittany about that. How much she's already gotten back her initial investment in that. She's kind of the forerunner because she's the one that first started off. And then others will see that investment coming into you. I know Casey has started seeing that investment return back to her in many different ways. Because it's not just about one way, right? When we are in line with ourselves and we invest in ourselves, we're going to see the investment come back to us, not only in like coaching, so to speak, but in all our gifts that we have. because we are multi-dimensional beings, right? So we have multiple gifts. So we're not limited to express ourselves in one gift. We have lots of gifts, right? We're not made to suppress our gifts. We're not made just to study by our gifts. And that's more like our masculines tend to bring out our talents in the 3D sense. That's our masculine energy. You can see around that masculine's chain is the key, right? Who holds a key? The hermit does. And the key gives great clarity, it gives our inner guidance, it gives our aha moments. And the masculines are now beginning to realize that they have to incorporate not only their masculinity energy, but their feminine energy along with it. That's why these two are paired up, right? Is that they're balancing out their masculine and feminine energy. That's where you're feeling more empowered within yourself. We'll get more to it because I'm also seeing the alchemical elements there again. But it takes a lot of inner work, as you can see in the background there. If you are aware of needles in a medical setting, that's a depository for used needles. So what I'm saying here with that particular imagery is inner work, because we're healing our inner wounds, right? So we're going through. That's what causes transformation, right? That's what we're on a journey for, is to heal our wounds within us. That's why the Union Package and Master Program is so important, because they help you heal those wounds within you that you might not even be aware of. And then my music will expose your inner energy so that you can even see where those wounds may be. And why I even mention that too, because in January we're gonna have a seminar. I call it a seminar, but you'll see something that we will be launching. We'll be advertising it. But there's gonna be I call it a seminar, and I know like Brittany and Casey and all the other life coaches are gonna have fun seeing the humor in that, because I'm not good at titles, and I'm upfront about that, because I look beyond titles, so somehow I'm not able to latch on to titles because it's so much more than that. But yeah, we're gonna be having a seminar coming up here. Look forward to that. You'll see it being launched on all our channels. Right now we're working on an advertisement for that. But all of us life coaches actually got together yesterday and discussed all the logistics surrounding that seminar. And it's going to be quarterly. So I encourage you, once we start advertising, the price for it is well below what you're going to get out of it. Because I'll tell you one thing, I'm going to be adding a package in there that itself is valued way more than $100. So if you really want to get a really good investment out of your journey, I suggest that you invest in that seminar. And it's probably going to fill up pretty fast, because there's going to be 4 of us coaches on there. So not only is it only cheap, and I say cheap money-wise, not the value. The value far exceeds the expense that you invest in it. I can 100% guarantee that. And then what you're going to get out of it and retain from it is going to be very valuable too. Because you're going to get in touch with all 4 of us Ultimate Life Coaches for a very low cost. And you're going to have interaction with us there too. So it's well worth the experience to invest in. So I strongly encourage you to invest in it when we launch it, because the seats are going to fill pretty quick. It's limited seating. So if you want to take advantage of that, I encourage you to actually invest in that sooner than later, because the seats, once they're gone, they're gone. We have limited seating for it, so invest in it when you see it. And then all of us are going to be advertising on all of our platforms, so who knows how fast it'll fill up. I'm thinking it's going to fill up pretty fast, because what we're offering is a great value for the price that it's being sold at. So it's a great chance to connect to us coaches, and then it's also a great opportunity for you to get a lot out of it for a very small fee. And so it's a great investment for yourself. That's all I'm expressing here. So going back to this particular reading, we're talking about, the masculine and feminine energy balancing each other out here. If you look at this masculine energy here, you can see he kind of balances out not only the masculine energy but the feminine energy. And it's all about balancing out the feminine and masculine energy within us. If you don't know how to do that after you've done the work with yourself, then get some coaching. That's what the ultimate life coaching is all about, is balancing out all four alchemical elements, and our feminine and masculine energy is part of that, because that's where the inner union takes place. If you don't know how to balance out your inner union, and you're still seeking out how to be balanced that way, because a lot of you are doing the inner work, but you're not really understanding how to actually empower yourself with that work, and then you don't have a good perception on how to feel how that inner balance feels like. Just because in our experience here in humans, there's not a lot out there to show us how to do that. So I encourage you, if you don't know how to do that for yourself, to invest in that way too. So with that being said, and masculines are all about 3D, right? So you might be, doing a lot of studying at this time to find out what you have to do to empower yourself. Because a lot of you are more in the 3D perspective. You're trying to figure out how to do your journey in a 3D perspective, which incorporates that masculine energy, right? So you're trying to figure out how to apply everything you learn into your life. And that's all about studying, life purpose, right? You're here to study how to be empowered and how to be who you really are. And look at that. Up there, I see that crystal. And a lot of us feel like we're from other dimensions, right? Like crystalline. Crystal, to me, incorporates essence. And so, like, you're looking how to empower yourself from your crystalline energy within you. And you can research out that more if you want to on your own and find out what you get from that. If you don't get much from it, we could definitely talk more about that on Twin Talk. Or if you're getting coaching from one of us, you can definitely, have that discussion with your coach too. This is another way of empowering yourself. And what I'm also seeing here too is that the masculines are more about, being the magician. So I'm seeing a lot of magicians are about alchemical elements too, but they go about in a different way than the feminine energy. Feminine energy is going to do inwardly, and the masculines are going to transpose that inner energy into the 3D sense. So that's why it's so important that you have both those energies, because you're meant to not only have it inward, but outwardly. Because the inward world is expressed in the outward world. And so the outward world is just a mirror of our inner world. So if you're not liking your outer world, that means that you have more inner work to do. That's why your feminine energy is so important, because it's going to show you what inner work you have to do. Notice that the feminine energy is more intuitive. That's why she's playing music on an accordion there, and she's expressing herself that way. Feminines sometimes, when they're wounded, feel like they cannot express themselves. They feel like their voice is not heard. So if you're feeling like your voice is not heard and your voice is suppressed, that's you. It's you realizing that you still got more inner work to do, because you have blockage. And mostly like the blockage is more in your throat chakra. The freedom to express who you are and what you're here for. So if you're not free to share who you are and express that, it just means you got more inner work to do. And if you're already doing the inner work with the Union Package and Master Program, then most likely you need some additional coaching then. That's what we're here for, to help you so that you can do that inner work and get the most out of it. And that's why we're seeing this feminine energy, mind you, right? It's all about the inner work, and it's about transmuting all that wounds that you have within you, right? The wounds. And then a lot of us feel like that inner work can be painful, so we have to go in with swords. And the sword actually represents our own truth to ourselves. Because a lot of us think that we can just ignore those inner wounds. And when we ignore those inner wounds, we're not being truthful to ourselves. We're thinking that we can just suppress those wounds instead of healing those wounds. When you suppress those wounds, all you're doing is ignoring those wounds within you. And if you ignore something, it doesn't just go away. So if you don't know how to heal those wounds within you, then by all means, you have to invest in yourself by getting both the Union Package and Master Program. Because those two go hand in hand to help you learn how to heal those wounds within you. Then when you heal those wounds within you, then your inner child starts to feel better. Your inner child is your true authentic self. Because children themselves are authentic. So your inner child is always going to express to you how you feel about yourself and how your inner energy is. Because your inner energy is your true identity. It's not what's being projected out there by your ego. And if you don't know the difference between your ego and all the inner energy that you have, then you have to get some coaching. Because it's going to help you learn how those energies operate within you. Because your essence and your ego share the same yin and yang energy within you, and you have to learn how to balance those out. Because here in this human experience, you're going to have both of them. And your essence is your true self, but in this human experience, you also have to experience ego. So it's up to you to learn how to balance out those two energies within you. That's a yin and yang energy within you. So if you don't know how to balance those out, it's going to be very hard for you to have inner union. That Four Wands, right? The inner union with you. And it's all about balance. Balance is the key in that. Balance in all four alchemical elements. Balance in your experience here as a human versus your intergalactic self. And us as essence have no limitations. But there is resistance here on Earth. The resistance is made to show you how powerful you really are. So if you're not feeling powerful in your human experience here, then you still got some inner work to do. Because that power comes from within you. And if you're feeling disempowered, it's just showing you that you got more work to do. Because the more you add to value to yourself, the more empowered you are. Then you're able to express that in all four alchemical elements in your life. Well, hopefully this energy check-in, this experience here that we shared here on We Are the World, empowers you more and encourages you to continue to do the work on yourself and add value to you. Well, I love you a lot, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.